Hello guys, Colin here. Today we're going to look at restring a guitar. Now this is an essential skill for everyone, but it can be quite a daunting process for beginners. Not least because there's lots of different ways that people do this, but there is also lots of tips and tricks you can learn from the experience of others. So what I'm saying is my way isn't the only way that this can be done, but it is a method that I have found to work exceptionally well. It's quick, efficient, and yields excellent results. Also, this is very much a process that changes from guitar to guitar depending on differences in the tuners and the bridge and so on. So you might find that you have to modify your technique slightly from what I'm doing here to get it to work with your guitar. Now the guitar I'm going to use for this is my modified Squire Bullet Special. It's a cheap guitar, but it's very well constructed and plays excellently. Squire makes some very good entry-level guitars, and you can upgrade all the parts as you progress. So if you're looking for a cheap, well-made guitar, look no further than Squire. The tools you will need for this. String winder. You can get these very cheaply from any guitar shop. They speed up the process of winding the strings onto the tuning posts and save your hands additional stress. Wire snippers. You're going to need to snip off the excess strings once you have the new ones in place, so a sturdy, sharp pair of snips is a must. Cloth and cleaning products. Guitars get grubby. When the strings are off, it's a perfect time to clean your fretboard. Lemon oil is really great for rosewood and ebony boards, but it isn't to be used on unfinished maple. And before the inevitable influx of ill-informed comments flood in, yes, it's safe, no, it's not acidic, and no, it won't dry up your fingerboard. It's not made from lemons, it's just lemon scented. The majority of guitar companies actually recommend it, and the ones that don't all just happen to sell their own branded conditioning oils. I'll let you do the maths on that one. Tuner. You're going to want to know you're in tune once you've got your new strings in place. So either a clip-on headstock tuner like this TC Electronic Polytune clip, or a floor pedal tuner are most accurate. Let's start by carefully removing the old strings from the guitar. I like to do this by detuning the strings enough so that they are floppy, snipping them near the nut, and then pulling the free ends through the bridge and tuner posts. Snipping them in this way means you won't have that awkward twisty coil of string to try and pull through the bridge, which is a surefire way of either scratching your guitar's finish or having it spring back and pierce your hands. Doing it in this fashion keeps you both safe. You can take this time to clean up the accumulated grime from your fingerboard. This particular bottle of lemon oil has a convenient rub-on applicator. Give the whole thing a good rub with your cloth and take off the excess oil, getting into the edges of the frets especially. If you have a particularly dirty fingerboard, then you might have to go to more extreme measures to scrape that gunk away. But if you regularly clean your fingerboard like this, you'll never have that problem. You are now ready to install your strings of choice. There are many different brands and gauges of strings to choose from, and that's a whole video topic unto itself, but I'm going to use these clear tone 9s in this example. Strings will generally either be individually wrapped with their gauges printed on the sleeves, or all enclosed together with colour-coded ball ends so you can tell them apart. Once you have identified which string is which, begin feeding them through the bridge and up to the tuning posts. Make sure the balls seat firmly against the bridge. Pull the string all the way through the tuning machine hole until it's taut, then lift the string at the nut, pull the string back to give you just about this much slack, and then sharply bend the excess string in the direction opposite the tuning machine you're feeding it through. This sharp bend will create a barb which prevents the string pulling back through the hole. It's then time to pick up your string winder and wind the string onto the post, making sure to keep each winding under the last. How the strings wrap to the posts and how many wraps you should make is a topic of much discussion. Generally, too many wraps can increase the risk of tuning instability. The wraps provide a place where the string can relax and rebind as tension changes while you play, and this results in the string not returning to its original position, causing it to become out of tune. Logically then, as few wraps as possible minimises this risk. Between 1 and 2 full wraps is generally enough for standard non-locking tuning machines. Once you've put some tension on all the strings, you want to clip off the excess to stop them flapping about. People who leave these dangling or coil them up annoy me no end. It's horrible, messy, and if you tug on those flailing strings, you can pull your guitar out of tune. Just clip them off. Tune up slowly and evenly. Let the string ring out as you do so and ensure the pitch keeps rising as you turn the tuner. If you're turning and the pitch doesn't change, then the string is likely binding in the nut, and continuing to apply tension will result in the string snapping in your face. Once up to pitch, gently stretch the strings by giving them a tug around the 12th fret. Retune and do this a couple of times until the strings stop going out of tune. Well, that's about it for restringing a guitar, but don't think that means your job here is done. You'll also want to set up your intonation, action, and probably your truss rod too, especially if the new strings you put on are a different gauge from the previous ones. But that said, intonation, action, and truss rod adjustments are definitely a topic for the next video. So if you want to be sure that you see that, then why not hit the subscribe button and you will be alerted of all my content as it comes out. Patreon's also there for access to exclusive secret stuff. All these videos are made possible by the generous donations and funding of the people over at Patreon, so please go and get involved in that. Social media links will be in the description box underneath this video, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know about your favourite restringing technique, if there's something else you think I should be doing, and if you're excited for the next video in this series. Anyway, that's all for just now, so if you guys want to keep it loud, I'll see you later.